Rhonda here with a Pilates mini ball workout. This is a great tool, adding an extra balance challenge to the core. You can buy this for as little as $7. It's small, lightweight, easy to store. Get ready for a full body workout. Let's get started. We're going to start seated. Let's place the ball in between the top part of our thighs, just close to our knees. Our feet are about hip bone distance apart. Let's start up by sitting up nice and tall, drawing the navel in towards the spine. Let's bring our arms in parallel. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Tuck the tailbone under and roll on down. Take a big inhale here, and then exhale forward. And then restack the spine. Again, inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under and roll on down. Anchor those feet from the toes all the way down to the heels. Take a big inhale, and then exhale forward. Sit up tall. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck and roll on down. Going down a little bit further this time. Take a big sip of air here, and then exhale. Rebuild the spine. One more time here. Inhale, exhale. Rolling down lower spine, mid spine. Just to the top of the shoulder blades. Take an inhale and exhale. Sit up tall. All right, so now we're going to place the ball in our hands, extend our legs. We're going to move in a little rotation here. Arms are parallel to the ground. Take an inhale, exhale. Let's go ahead and sweep the ball over to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, sweep the ball over to the other side. Inhale, back to that nice tall seated position, alternating from one side to the other. Maybe with each repetition, reaching back a little bit further. One more in each direction. Let's come back to center, bend the knees again, place the ball between the thighs, bring the feet back into parallel. We're going to slowly roll down one vertebra at a time, tucking the tailbone under, finding that C curve in the lower spine, rolling down bone by bone, lower spine, mid spine, upper spine, and head lands last. Let's go ahead and bring our palms down by our side. Bring the feet in slightly. We're going to come into an articulating bridge. Take an inhale, exhale to dial the pelvis towards you. Lift the glutes, the lower spine, mid spine, upper spine. Big sip of air at the top. And exhale. Drop the sternum down first, lowering upper, mid, and lower spine. Again, inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift. Holding it at the top, taking a big sip of air, and then exhale. Slowly lower upper spine, mid spine, lower spine. The tailbone lands last. One more time here. Inhale, tilt. Lift the glutes, lower spine, mid spine, upper spine. Big sip of air at the top. We're going to hold it here, and then we're just going to squeeze the ball in between our thighs. Give it little tiny pulses here, working those adductor muscles, those inner thigh muscles. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, take a big inhale and exhale. Roll the spine on down. All right, now we're going to come into flat back bridging. It's a little bit quicker than bridge articulation, but we're still keeping that neutral spine, so just go ahead and lift up and down. Inhale, up and down. Squeeze the glutes as you lift the hips up towards the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Hold it at the top. We're going to stretch the right leg long, and we're going to come into one-legged bridges. Lower and lift, and lower and lift, lower and lift. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift those hips up one more time. Bend the knees. Toe ball heel that right foot back onto the ground. Same thing on the left foot. Trying to keep those hips level. Stretch that left leg long and lower and lift. Lower and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and bring that left foot back to the mat, and then we're going to articulate the spine down. Take a big inhale, exhale, lower the upper spine, mid spine, lower spine, the tailbone lands last. All right, let's go ahead and bring our arms out to the side, bring our legs in tabletop position, now moving in rotation. We're going to take an inhale towards the center, exhale, bring the knees over to the right, inhale center, exhale, bring the knees over to the left. Back to center, over to the right. So as we're moving from one side to the other, we're trying to keep the shoulders anchored. Maybe with each repetition, our knees drop a little further towards the floor. We're going to go one more in each direction. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and bring the feet back onto the mat. We're going to remove the ball from the inner thighs, and then we're going to place them in between the ankles. Bring the legs in tabletop position, hands behind the head, elbows wide. We'll just come into some nice, easy sit-ups here. Elbows stay wide, space between the chin and chest. Waking up those abs. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and remove the ball. We'll do a little release work. Draw the knees to the chest, and then make circles with our knees in one direction, and then reverse the direction. Let's give ourselves a spine stretch. Now moving on to our roll-up. We're going to hold the ball in our hands. Let's go ahead and flex the feet, anchor those legs. Reach the arms overhead. Take a big inhale to reach up and over. Lift the head, nod the chin towards the chest. Reach the ball towards your feet. Inhale through the center. Restack the spine. Exhale, tuck and roll on down. Bone by bone. When your head lands, reach the ball overhead. Take another sip of air. Exhale and reach. Tuck and roll. Big inhale. And roll on up. Let's do 3 more. Moving slow and controlled. One more. All right. We are going to do the 100 now. So let's go ahead and bend the knees. We're going to place the ball in between our ankles. You can either keep your legs in tabletop position for your 100, or you can straighten the legs 45-degree angle. Let's do a 100s prep work. First, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale, exhale, lift, and extend those legs. Pause, and then lower. 3 more like this. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift, and lower. 2 more. Last one. All right, so pick the leg positioning of your choice. Let's inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Start pumping those arms. Inhale for 5 and exhale for 5. Inhale and exhale. 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 Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the ball in between those ankles. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last set. Inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead and bring the knees to the chest and rock from side to side to release that lower back. All right, bring the arms down by the side, legs straight up towards the ceiling. We're just going to tick-tock the legs from right to left, keeping the shoulders anchored onto the mat. One more in each direction. Bring it back to center. Now moving into modified corkscrew. We're going to make a circle with our legs in one direction and then reverse the direction. Starting at 12 and pausing at 12. One more in each direction. All right, let's go ahead and release the ball. And then just do a little release work here. Windshield wipe the knees from side to side to release that lower back. This time bringing the ball right in the back, just right about mid-back here. We're going to come into some sit-ups in this position. Inhale as you come over the ball. Exhale as you lift. I like doing sit-ups with the ball behind the back. Gives you a little bit of an extension as you come on back. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and remove the ball. We are ready for our ab series of 5, and hold the ball in our hands. We're going to do single leg stretch. Take an inhale, exhale to lift the head and shoulders off the mat. The ball is pressing against the knees. You're going to extend one leg and then the other. So you're pressing the ball against the knee that's coming in towards your center line. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and place the ball in between the ankles, preparing for double leg stretch. We're going to inhale to open, exhale to bring the knees in. Keeping that ball squeezed in between the ankles. Four more. All right. Now moving on to double straight leg stretch. Hands behind the head, elbows wide in your peripheral vision. You're just going to lift and lower both legs. Trying to keep those lower ribs anchored onto your mat. If you feel like your back is arching too much, you can also take a little bend in the knees and shorten the range of motion. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and remove the ball for these last 2 exercises. Now moving on to single straight leg stretch. Reach one leg up towards the ceiling, the opposite leg reaches towards the other side of the room. Pulse one leg in and then the other. Keeping that nice scoop in through the belly. Four, 3, 2, and 1. All right, crisscross. Let's go ahead and bring the legs in table top position. Hands back behind the head at the base of the skull, fingertips. The fingertips are, and then we're going to move into rotation. Opposite armpit, heads towards the opposite knee. This is your last exercise in the ab series of 5 called crisscross. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go ahead and do some release work here. Stretch the arms long and the arms overhead. Give yourself a spine stretch. Now moving into our side lying series, we're going to place the ball underneath our bottom leg, just right by the ankle, the foot. You're going to stack the hips and shoulders. We're going to start with our leg lowers, lifting and lowering that top leg. Lifting and lowering with control. And as we're lifting and lowering, we're trying to keep the upper body nice and still. right, let's hover that top leg. Moving into bicycle, we're going to bend the knee, sweep the foot forward, back, and around. We're trying to keep that whole leg parallel to the ground, the thigh, the lower leg, as well as the foot. One more, and then let's reverse. Kick it back, sweep it up and around. Four more. Last one. All right. Now we're going to place the ball in between the feet, preparing for clamps. So you can either keep the bottom leg resting on the mat. If you want a little extra challenge, you're going to float the feet off the mat. So squeezing the ball with your in between your ankles as the knees come apart and together. Four more. All right, let's go ahead and lengthen the legs. Both legs are straight, aligned at the back of your mat. Come onto your bicep, now preparing for bananas. Still keeping those hips stacked, shoulders stacked. Lifting and lowering the legs. If you want an extra added challenge, you're going to lift the upper body at the same time. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. On to the other side. Again, let's place the ball just underneath the ankle, preparing for our leg lowers, keeping the hips and shoulders stacked. Lifting and lowering with control. Now moving into bicycle. Hover that top leg. You're going to bend the knee, sweep the foot forward, back, and around. We're still trying to keep those hips stacked. Making that circular motion with the foot. Four more in this direction. And let's reverse. Kick it back, sweep it up and around. You have that extra added balance challenge with the ball underneath that bottom leg. 4 more circles. Nice. All right, so let's go ahead and place the ball in between both ankles. Bend the knees, preparing for clamps. The knees come apart and together. We're still squeezing the ball in between the ankles. And then for that extra added challenge, float the feet off the mat. Three, 2, and 1. All right, now moving on to bananas, stretching both legs long, and come all the way down onto that bicep. Hip stack, shoulder stack, nice uplift in the waist, lifting and lowering both legs. And if you'd like that extra added challenge, you're going to lift the upper body at the same time. 5 more. All right. All right, we're going to come onto our stomachs. We're going to place our wrists, palms together on the ball, preparing for a swan. We want to make sure our glutes and our abs are tight. Their abs are tight and drawn in, and glutes are activated to protect that lower back. We're going to inhale to lift and then exhale to lower. Maybe with each repetition, coming up into a deeper swan. Two more. All right. We're going to come on to all fours now. Let's place the ball at the back of the knee. Squeeze the ball between the calf and the thigh. Now moving into some leg lifts. Starting full range of motion, keeping that ball squeezed in between the calf and the back of the thigh. Keeping the hips square. We're starting off full range of motion here. Hold the leg up and come into little pulses here. Pulsing that foot up towards the ceiling. You're only moving that knee about 2 to 3 inches. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring the knees together, now preparing for hydrants. So keeping that ball anchored in between the back of the leg, lifting and lowering the leg from the side, out to the side and back. Going full range of motion. Let's go ahead and bring the leg back to that first position, and then we're going to squeeze the ball, drawing that heel in towards the glute. Leg stays lifted. Little squeezes in. Working those glutes, the thighs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Before we go on to the other side, let's go ahead and roll out those wrists. Come back on all fours. Place the ball in between the opposite leg, between the thigh and the calf muscle. Starting full range of motion with those leg lifts. We're trying to keep our hips square to the mat, abs tight. Five more. Let's keep that leg up and reach that foot up towards the ceiling. Little pulses going up, up, up. Again, we're just moving that knee about 2 to 3 inches. Keeping that leg as high up as possible while still trying to keep those hips square. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now moving into the hydrants, starting with the knees together, then bringing the leg out to the side. Keeping that ball anchored at the back of the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring the ball back to that first position, and then we're going to squeeze that ball in. Little tiny pulses here. Bringing that heel towards the glute. Squeeze, squeeze. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and give it a child's pose stretch. Inhale into a modified plank position. From here, you're going to slowly descend until the front of the body's on the mat. And then we're going to go and come into swimming. So reach those arms up overhead. You're going to lift the right arm and the left leg. Then the left arm and the right leg. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. You can stay here in slow motion, or you can pick up the pace. Keep those abs and glutes tight. And swim for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Let's go ahead and do a little release work in some cat-cow stretches. Flexing the spine into cat. And then inhaling to cow. All right, let's go ahead and finish off with our spine stretch series. So let's go ahead and lengthen our legs long out in front of us, about 12 to 15 inches apart. Let's place the ball in our right hand, just onto the mat, gentle pressure. We're going to bring the left arm out to the side. Take an inhale, exhale, up and over. Inhale, center, exhale to reach. We're trying to keep equal weight on both sides of the hips. Just dragging the ball away from the body, just by a couple of inches. Keep that space between the chin and chest. And that bicep tracks right over the ears. 2 more. And let's go ahead and switch. Up and over to the other side. Reset that spine nice and tall. Right arm comes out to the side. And move that ball over to the side, away and then towards your body. Again, keeping equal weight, both sides of the hips. Inhale to center, exhale to flex. Feeling that nice stretch along the side of the body. Last 2. All right. Now moving on to spine stretch forward. We're going to bring the ball out in front of us. Sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale. Exhale. Reach forward and down. I'll also show you what this looks like from the side. Rebuilding the spine as you come up. Relax the shoulders, inhale, and exhale to reach. Now moving into spine twist, you're going to place the ball in between the thighs and give it a squeeze. Reset the spine nice and tall. Let's bring the arms out to the side. Take an inhale here. Exhale, twist, twist over to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, twist over to the other side. Keeping that nice, tall, seated posture. You can even feel the work in those inner thighs as you keep that ball squeezed. Keep that chin parallel to the ground. Reaching tall from the top of the head. Shoulders stay relaxed. 1 more in each direction. Nice. Now moving into saw. Coming into a seated wide stance. We're going to bring the ball on the outside of the leg. Let's go ahead and bring both feet flat onto the floor, a little bit wider than the hips, and just windshield wipe those hips. And let's give those inner thighs a stretch. Bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out to the side with those elbows pressed down on those inner thighs. Nice job. See you next time.